Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Pooh's Heffalump movie. This is all about the mythical creature that lives at the edge of the Hundred Acre Woods. This is from 2005. It's an hour and 15 minutes long, and it's part of the pantheon of Pooh movies and series and everything else. It's all over Disney Plus. Is pantheon the right plethora? Maybe I meant plethora, but it's a there's a lot of these things on here, and we've gone through most of them. I think this might be the last animated one we have. The only thing that's left might be the live-action Christopher Robin with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor. I don't know. I haven't seen that yet, so I'm looking forward to that. I've been hearing some good things, but yeah. For this, it's just a story of the gang waking up to a very loud, strange noise and getting immediately nervous and scared and paranoid as to what it could be. And of course, the know it all, Rabbit, surmises what it is based on all their fears and sums it up to being a Heffalump. And a Heffalump is a scary, terrifying, monstrous creature with all sorts of things you just can barely imagine, and it sends everybody into a frenzy. And yes, I'm telling you the entire plot of the movie, but it's a children's film and it's fairly simple, and to dance around that, it doesn't do anybody any good. And it's not like you and as an adult is going to go, well, I hope he doesn't give away the big turn at the end. There's no big turn. It's what you everything you expect it to be. This is really all about understanding the other, understanding not living in fear of something or someone or a culture or people that you don't understand. There's assumptions about all sorts of people. This is actually fairly timely in the wake of 9/11 and a lot of the Islamophobia that came out. I don't know if this was made with that in mind at all, but it fits pretty nicely just a few years after the fact that 9/11 happened. Uh, this came after it, and it's really the gang is freaked out. They're going on a hunt. They're trying to get this Heffalump for no reason other than they find it scary. It made a noise, and now they must go hunt it down at the edge of the woods, go into the unexplored areas, and make sure that thing never threatens them. Of course, Rue wants to go along, but he's too little, and he wants to grow up quick enough so he can join the gang and go on this adventure. And he's more open-minded to the idea. He's younger. He's yeah, he's a little bit, I guess, more open-minded. And he's a little bit more open to the idea of what he might find out there. I don't know if he necessarily believes just how he hears the stories of the Heffalump, and he believes them to a certain point. But this whole thing is exciting to him. So, but he gets left behind because everybody pretty much dismisses, especially Rabbit, his questions, his just his wanting to be involved, and they want to protect him. Obviously, they want to, they care about him. But yeah, he takes a kind of a leap and hop, and he heads off on his own to find the Heffalump, and he does. And that's where the adventure begins, because he finds out that the Heffalumps aren't exactly what he was told they were. They are different, but they're also very, very, very much like us in many different ways. Loves honey, loves bouncing, uh, yeah, and sometimes he gets a little bit scared. In fact, the kid that plays him, his name is Kyle Stanger. He's introduced, and Rue runs into a child Heffalump named Lumpy, and they have a tenuous interaction at first, and eventually they get to know each other and they become best friends. And but the gang is still out there. Will they cause all sorts of trouble? Yes, of course. That's what they're best at. But everything comes to an understanding in the end. It's a Disney film. It's a Pooh film, and that's what you expect from these kind of things. It's not going to surprise you in any way, but it's pleasant. It's sweet, and it's something you definitely want to watch if you have little ones, And if it might open it yourself up to some questions about, maybe that weird neighbor down the street, a little bit strange, or the new kid at school when they're just starting school, just getting to know kids that might look different or act differently than they do. They might have a different religion. They might have a different skin color. They might have just they might be richer or poorer or anything else. There's differences in all of us. But there's a lot more things that make us the same. That we can find more commonalities than differences when we bother to look, and that's the whole point of the film. So yeah, not much else I can tell you about that other than the great cast that is always in the Pooh films. Jim Cummings plays Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too, and you know him if you're a Star Wars fan. You know him as Hondo Anaka. So yeah, and he's done so many other different voices throughout Disney, but he's best known for being Pooh and Tigger for so many years. Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime, plays Eeyore again. We get Kate Kath Soucie playing Kanga, and Ken Swanson doing Rabbit, and Nikita Hopkins as Roo. I'm not sure if we've seen Nikita before, so but yeah, it's definitely a kids film directed by Frank Nissen. Frank Nissen, and if you love Pooh films, if you love Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. If you love Winnie the Pooh, yeah, and you haven't seen this yet, obviously this is something you want to check out. Make sure you see all of them, because I am, and at least everything that's on Disney Plus. Yeah, so and if you haven't yet, find a kid that you care for and introduce them to the world of Winnie the Pooh. I think they'd get a kick out of it. I don't know, but maybe this generation is just too cynical and they're face down in their devices. It doesn't have the pop that these. Man, I sound old saying that. It doesn't have the excitement that a lot of these newer things have. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Winnie the Pooh or a Heffalump. So let's pick tomorrow's episode.
540.
Okay, 540. That sounds like it's in the thes. Almost lost my. And I've already forgotten the number. It's 540. Yes. Come on. Oh, okay. This is one of those dubious kinds of films that I can't remember if it's the original film with just like 10 minutes more or not, or 30 minutes more, or if it's its own thing that sort of was a cash in on the to sell more VHS tapes. I don't know, but we're gonna be watching an updated version of the classic, The Lion King 1.5. We're gonna find out tomorrow if that was necessary at all. Yeah, The Lion King 1.5 on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow.